Today is basically the same thing that we learned on, I believe, would have been Wednesday, maybe Tuesday, when we did the greater numbers. You know, we did that division sheet with the bigger numbers like this right here, except these are way bigger numbers. And again, all I've said is, you know, this is what we did yesterday right here, 225 divided by 75. Okay, this is what we did on Tuesday, 2,250 divided by 75. Well, now we're just adding that extra number over in here. We're just adding that extra number, and that's it. And all that means is that we're going to be dropping down. So all we're doing is adding this extra part right here. Everything remains the exact same, but we're just adding an extra step. We just have to do it one more time. That's all we have to do. So a large city bus has a total of, circle 22,500 students for me, and that ride a bus to school. Okay, look at that, a large city. You know, North Florence Community Schools, I believe they said has like 4 or 5,000 students in it. Okay, this is a large city that has 22,500 kids that ride a bus. You guys are in a small school compared to that. There are 75 different schools within the city. Okay. How many students are dropped off at school, and an equal number of students are dropped off at each school? Okay. We're doing equal. So when we say how many are equal, that means we're going to divide, of course. So which number are we going to put? Are we going to put a 75 here, or are we going to put 22,500? Yeah, thank you, Mikey. 22,500. So what are we going to put right here? 75. Good job, Mikey. Now, some of you, someone I think it was Sailor, I'm not sure who asked, they said, what is this letter? I think she actually said, what is this crap? When it was like a P or an M or something. I guess somebody asked me that. I don't remember what it was the other day. And I said, this is just basically, when they put a letter here, that's just the same as saying a question mark. 22,500 divided by 75 equals question mark. We don't know. So we just put a fancy letter there because it's what they call a variable. We don't know what it is. It could be anything, but we got to figure it out. So we dive in to our problem, and what they did was they took away these extra zeros here. All right. And I don't know why they did that right now, because they're talking about this right here. So they went ahead and wrote up the entire number, 22,500 divided by 75. When they put the boxes here, it kind of confuses me sometimes, because I'm always like, where's this supposed to go? But does 75 go into 2? No. Does 75 go into 22? No. Does 75 go into 225? Well, obviously it does. Now, the question is, how many times? Now, 3. You can see that they gave you the answer there of 3. Let's say you didn't see that answer and you don't know. So you got to figure it out. This is what I was talking about this morning, by that little extra work, that little extra you got to give, all right, to get on this train. It's a little bit extra. So if you don't know that it's 3 because they give you the answer here, which we know it's 3, you got to go over here and say, well, 75 times, maybe we thought it was 2. Doing this multiplication problem here might take me 10 seconds. Big deal. It takes me 10 seconds to do an extra little problem. This is if you don't have a calculator. It takes you 10 seconds. All right, well, this is 10. That's 150. Now I look at this and I say, well, 225, 150. I think maybe I can do it one more time. So go ahead and, if you guys would, count 1001, 1002 for me. Go. 515. 225. It took me like 4 seconds, if you guys were counting, to just do that math problem there. And I look at that and I say, oh, 225, that is 225 right there. So it's going to be 3. Now I subtract those, what do I get? 0. Now some of you would say, man, I'm done already. But you're not, because have you brought down every number yet? No, you haven't. You haven't brought down numbers yet. So we got to bring down the 0, which is right there. And when we bring down, as I've said before, look at the board up there on the right-hand side. If we bring down, we automatically have to continue to do it again, divide. So we have to say, well, 75 goes into 0 how many times? 0. 0 times 75 is 0. Subtract those, you're going to get?
0.
Do I have all my numbers drug down yet?
No.
I got one more 0 right here. 75, does it go into 0?
It equals 0. 300.
Now do I have anything to bring down?
No. 300.
Thank you, Emma, for yelling at me. So, keep in mind, though, when I said there's zeros, you're not finished. That's if the zeros are at the end of the problem. If they're in the middle here, you still continue to do the problem the exact same way. This was just an easy one because they were at the end of it. So, 300. So it says S equals 22,500 students are dropped off, not at each school, 300, I'm sorry, equals 300 school students are dropped off at each school, all right? So that's just a quick review of that. Turn it over. Yeah, you're learning some big problems now. Okay. Now, here's what's great. Shh. Notice it says estimate. It says estimate. Now, let me look at all these problems here. Yeah. Why are they doing the estimating for all those? Shh. Let's go ahead and do this. We have, it says estimate, but for some reason it says estimate, and then we're actually finding the answer, so I don't know what that's about. I guess we're estimating first, but whatever. So we have 46,534 divided by 152. Will 152 go into 4? Will it or will it not? No. Will 152 go into 46? Emma. Will 152 go into 465? All right, so again, I have to think to myself, what is going to be, how many times 152 going to fit into 465? Well, if I look at 152 and I say to myself, well, let's try, if I do 2, that's going to be like 200.
4. 3.
Oh, we're doing it into, so it's true 3, she said. So what's 2 times 3? 6, 15, 456. That's pretty close, right? So let's go with 3 up here. Well, we already said that's 456. Donovan, hang on. Let's continue. All right, so we subtract 465 minus 456. Now, Donovan has to do his on paper because he didn't have a workbook yet. So he has one. He just lives at home. So we can't. Can we do 5 minus 6?
No.
So we got to borrow from a 6. Makes that a what? Bring that 10 over here. What's 15 minus 6?
9.
9. We bring down our next number, which is a 3. How many times will 152 fit inside of 93? 0, right? So we have to put the 0 up here. What is 0 times 152?
0.
We subtract that. We're going to get a 3 and a 9. We bring down our 4 now, which is... Now, again, it tells us 6 times in there. So we come over here, and Mikey keeps yelling out 6. I think it's 5, but we'll try 6. I don't know. 152 times 6. That's 12. That's 31. That's 912. Hey, I think Mikey was right, wasn't he? He proved me wrong. 6. 912 right here.
That equals 22.
Shh, Mikey. We subtract it, we get 2 and a 2 right here. Do we have anything else to bring down now, Mikey?
No.
No, we don't. So our remainder, and some of you are forgetting to do this on your work, you have to bring up and you got to write R for remainder 22. Okay, estimating we could have done, we rounded this to 150, this to 45,000, but again, I'm just worried if you guys can divide, not if you can so much estimate on this. Let's go ahead and go to the independent practice. Will 51 go inside of 9? Will 51 go inside of 91?
Yes, one.
Mikey says 1 time. Should we believe him?
No.
Yes, he's been right so far. Why would we doubt him now? So it says 1. Does it go the 1 to go above the 9 or go above the 1? 1. Now pay attention to the fact that where Mikey is telling you to place these items, he seems like he really knows what he's doing. So what's my next step? Raise your hand and tell me, what is my next step after I... Raise your hand, but don't blur it. Ireland. Multiply what? Which equals what? Somebody else raise their hand and tell me what's my next step now, Laura. And what do you get? 40. What's my next step now? After, because again, we've repeated this a million times. Maddie, bring down our 9. Now, I bet this is where Maddie, is this where you're kind of like, you got to hear, right? I can sense it. So Maddie, we start the process over again on the board. We divide. So we say 51 goes into, or 409 divided by 51. So this is where, again, we have to guess. We got to say, well, I know that if this is 50, 50 times 8 is 400, right? So would we want to try 51 times 8? How many times 51 goes into 409? Maybe 8 times. So let's try that and see if that works. What's 8 times 1?
8.
What's 8 times 5? Hey, that works really good, doesn't it? It's only 1 off. So put 408 there. We're going to put an 8 right here. What's my next step, Maddie? Look at the board. We already multiplied. Now what? Subtract. When you take 409 minus 408, what do you get? 1. So it looks like we brought down this 9. Looks to me like we got to bring down this 8 right here, right? How many times does 51 fit inside of 18? 0 times, right? What's 0 times 51? 0. What do we do to these numbers? Subtract. We're going to get 18. What's my last, very, very last step, Brighton? Bring down my last 8, kind of got on the side there. And now I got to say to myself, how many times can I fit 51 inside of 188? What do you think, Ireland? She says 3 because she knows, well, 50 times 3 is 150. 1 more would be too much. So she's going to say 3. So 188 minus, what are we going to subtract? 51 times 3. If you don't know, you got to do it over here. 153. See how I went to the next level if I run out of room? I just take that last number, put it up here. What's 8 minus 8? Or my 8 minus 3? What's 8 minus 5? Do I have anything else to bring down? 1803, remainder of 35. These are big numbers, aren't they?
I agree.
They're big numbers, but if you notice in there, it looks like they're throwing in a 0 every once in a while, and that makes it pretty easy.
I'm throwing 0.
Makes it pretty easy.
Throw.
Now, you could eliminate a step and save room if you wanted to. I go through this process right here. That right there I always go through just so I don't get messed up where I'm at. The next problem, we won't do it. If there's one, we won't do that. That way we can see how that works, that we can do. Hurry up. How many times will 17 fit inside of 14? Donovan?
Actually, would be
How many times will 17 fit inside of 146?
I'm guessing 3.
So let's try 17 times 3 up here, Ray. What's 7 times 3?
21.
Carry the 2, makes that a 550. Well, I think we can do more than that, Ray. I think you're going to make me do this all day long if you keep doing it by ones. If that is 51, if we doubled it, that'd be 6. It still wouldn't be enough.
That would be.
Mikey's saying 7, so I want to try 7. What's 7 times 7? 7 times 49, yeah. 7 times 1 is 7. Add the 1, you're going to get, or add the 4, you're going to get 11. Is that, Donovan? I'm serious. Stop it. That's not enough, so Mikey's wrong. Asher says 1 more, so let's try 17 times 8. What's 7 times 8? Put the 6, carry the 5. What's 8 times 1? Plus 5. I think we finally found the 1. Yeah, 136, 8. Now, subtract them. What are we going to get when we subtract 146? What's 6 minus 6? Nope.
1.
4 minus 3 is? 0 minus 1 is? 1 minus 1 is 0, so it's 10. What do we do next? Bring down my 3. Hopefully those of you that do not know how to do this are at least paying attention, because they're walking you through these steps by step, every single problem. And nothing makes me more frustrated as when we go through 12, 13, 14 problems in class, and then you come up to me with a blank paper and say, I don't know how to do any of this. That's probably where I'm going to get a little snarky and just say, go away. We've done 15 problems and you weren't even listening, playing paper airplane, so that's your problem. All right, so we bring down our 3. Now we repeat our process. We divide. We say 17 goes into 103. Hey, we got a bunch up here. Ray says 6 because he looks at this one right here. He say, that's too much. Let's try 6. So what is 17 times 6? Well, what's 7 times 2? She says 102. I'm going to agree with her. 102. Subtract those, Asher Owens, and what are you going to get? What? 1, thank you. Yeah, I couldn't hear you. What's my next step, Brighton? Thank you. Bring down our 7. Aiden, what's our next step now? How many times? 1. Yeah.
And then you divide 17 by 17 and then
Subtract it, but yeah.
And it's 0.
We have anything else to bring down? We're done. 861. I like even numbers. I don't like those things that are left over. I like it when things work out perfectly. That one did. All right. Who, and by who I mean wants to walk me through this process? But you gotta say every single step in your head. You gotta tell it out loud so everybody can hear you talk. And I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it into the camera just so they can hear. All right. Go ahead, Holly. $64 goes into 154. She says. 2 times. Good job. Yep. Okay. Good job. Okay, you're starting to fade out there. What is it now? You say 4 or 5? Okay. She realized it's 64 times 4. But she said, well, that's not it because I got 300. So what's 4 times 4? 16. Carry the 1. Oh, there we go. Good job. There you go. $242 remainder 1, right? Yep. I thought you said 1. I couldn't hear you. Good job, Holly.
Good job, Holly.
Okay, so here's what we are going to do right now. I feel like I need, what is that, 7? That should be about equal once I get up there. Brighton, you got this? You do?
Sure. Look up right there. Are you sure?
All right, so Holly, I'm going to put you with Sailor, okay? Ireland, I'm going to put you with Libby, okay? Lauren, I'm going to put you with Emmeline.
Okay. She doesn't work the fast. It can
Mikey, I'm going to put you with Raymond. Asher, I'm going to put you with Aiden.
Not going out.
He gets it. Don't let him fool you. Okay, he gets it. Laura, I'm going to put you with Emma. Asher, I'm going to put you with Gator. Brighton, you're going to be with Gavin. Who else is left besides Donovan and Colton? Ethan, you get it too, don't you?
What?
Ethan, you're going to be with Donovan, the new boy. You. All right. So everybody have a partner except for, I believe, Colton, right?
I got mine. I got my knee going. I can't do this one.
I know you can. That's right.
No, I can't. I don't. 49
Hey, Asher Thompson, I'm going to put you, and I'm going to be with you also in Colton, all right?
Wait, I'm
Yes. Let Donovan use your homework page. Yeah, Colton Grubbs too. How long are you in here for?
I went like this.
All right, Ireland. Ray, go get Ray. Oh, your personal name. Yeah.
I told him. I remember this topic.
Gavin, we got Gavin.
Hey, Libby.
Laura, you have
Where did you
this page. Put your name on this too.
I think Aiden.
Ollie, Aiden, who has Aiden?
Do we have to add
You do?
No, I'll have it. Oh, wait, no, I totally got it. Asher.
Maddie,
I'm too mixed up. I totally thought.
Right there.
Estimate.
No, just divide. Just divide. I don't want to. Libby, where you at? You got you. Ollie. Say where you got you.
What?
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Why is Taylor walking around?
Put your name in. Actually, here. Put your name. Make Remember the person?
Oh my God.
Get busy. Where's your person at? Hey, Asher. He'll work with her.
Hey, which one of us is writing it? He wants to
Sarah. Sailor.
Yeah, I said Salem.
Not right now. Finish your face. Okay. Easy.
Which one of us is writing it?
You're showing them how to do it.
Right?
No.
Yeah, that's what I
Started yet?
Don't worry about your
Okay, 1, 3, 3, 3, because you bring that 3 now.
Oh my God.
You are the devil.
Thank you very much.
What are you the child? You minus one.
For food, you only put this number, not that number. If I put that on there, that'll be wrong. Because that is not, you don't put 1, 2, you only put a 2.
Go at 2 o'clock.
That was not argument. I agree, I was not having an argument.
Other things. All those other things.
Not. No, but it is. So the people that are helping Josh aren't doing their homework.
Huh?
Those people that aren't helping aren't doing their
Some of you that are still on number 1 or 2, if you can find, this is going to take over your any kind of extra resource if you have it. You know,
I'm gonna go German side.
78. Oh, you're gonna get it back. Oh, this is a piece of cake. Number 4.
What